Hi there, I'm Kirsty McCrum, editor of Die Cutting Essentials, and welcome to issue 53, a sneak peek at what's in store. We've got this gorgeous gift issue. It's a Simply Made Crafts die set, my little memory book, and it's absolutely beautiful. You can make so many different things. Memory books, planners and journals are a given. Check out all these elements. You can cut so many different bits, but also it's really, really good for cards. So we've got some beautiful inspiration here. So with our 12-piece die set, Paola Pasquale has made some really, really gorgeous cards. I'm just going to take you through the elements of the die set and what she's done with each of these. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love the colour palette, first of all, that she's used. The coral and the teal, it's really, really beautiful together. So on this first project, she's made kind of that memory book look to it. She's using all the kind of die cut elements to create the mat. There's a tab on there, there's a tag in it, but then she's used the little chevrons and the photo corners in the die set, all of those elements that come together, and she's put it into a booklet, which is really, really lovely. She's put some ribbon through it, but you could put rings through it, lots of different ways to pull it together. The next kind of projects are cards, which I really, really love, because obviously whenever you're thinking of a journal die, you think maybe that's only for people who are journaling, but it absolutely isn't. The card that she's created uses a really, really beautiful kind of floral spray and those gorgeous shaped flowers that she's got from our die set. She's also put the chevrons and the photo corners on there. It gets a really, really nice mat, and really nice to see it popping off that black cardstock as well. This kind of clean and simple look is a really, really big favourite of mine, that really nice white. And you can't look at that and think that it's a journal die, but she's used all of those different pieces again. She's got the really lovely mats and chevrons and the flowers on there. The kind of pocket die comes into its own in the next project, which I love, with the vellum cut that she's made. It's just a really cute kind of mid-memory book project page that you could see. It's really, really lovely. And then this one, which looks more like a binder, kind of the tabs at the top, but it's actually a card. She's got the vellum on there, she's got the flowers, so she's really, really gone to town using the different elements in pretty much an unexpected way, which I love. I'm so excited by this die set. We're going to have a mini tutorial so you can put together an easy interactive pocket, which is going to be great for all of your journal, kind of album, card projects, whatever it is. So let's get to it. Okay, now let's get to die cutting. I'm going to cut two of the largest rectangular shape, one kind of pierced mat and one tab. So let's break the die set apart and let's go. Okay, so these are just kind of very, very lightly tabbed together. You can separate the dies with snips if you have them, or you can just twist them off. It's up to you. The 3 holes there are perfect for whenever you're journaling. You can use them for punched holes. You can thread ribbon or rings or anything through so that you can make that bound booklet, but if you don't want the holes there, then it's just really, really easy to snip out the way. Okay, so now I've got them separated. For this project, just this easy interactive pocket that we're going to make, you need 2 of the album base, 1 mat and 1 tab. Okay, so we're going to cut the album base now. The pattern that we're using is going to be the outside of the pocket, so I'm cutting 2 at one time, but I'm going to go back to back like that so that they've got the same holes falling on the same side so that they stick together right. Okay, so we're really, really proud of this die. It's a really good one, but if you're worried that it's not going to get through your machine, just to say that we're using the Big Shot fold away here, which is just like for 6-inch dies, and it's totally fine, it'll completely fit. So don't worry about that if you're working on a slightly smaller format machine. Oh. We've got our 2 album bases here. Whenever you're die cutting, especially as I was just die cutting through 2 separate sheets, make sure that your die is completely clear of any kind of previous fallout or waste from other die cutting, and then you'll go straight through, no problem at all. Now I'm going to take the stitched mat and cut one of those from this sheet. Okay, so this is going to create the interactive part of our pocket project that we're making. So, you can have it coming out of the pocket with a photo on it, with a ticket stub, kind of anything you want in terms of a memory project that you're making. So now we're going to cut the tab. You can cut it the same colour as your previous die cut if you wanted to. We want a pop of colour, so I've got this really nice kind of pink, just to kind of make it shine. If you're new to die cutting and you aren't really sure kind of when positioning, with a smaller die like this, it's fine to put it on the edge. You kind of save the paper, and also sometimes you find that the pressure is stronger near the edges, so you'll definitely make sure that that'll get through your card. There we go. So now we're done with our die cutting, and we're going to work on our interactive pocket now. So I'm just going to pop this out of the way. First things first is we're going to create the pocket. So we've got some red liner tape here. The narrower the better, because we really want to be able to give the element the space to be able to slip in there. This is, I think, 5mm, and it's not as narrow as I would have liked, but we're just going to use it slightly overlapping around the edge and cut off the excess so that we just have that very, very tiniest part of adhesive so that we can create our pocket. Okay, I'm just putting this straight down, a little bit above the rings there so that they don't interfere with the pocket mechanism. You just put that all the way along, and that's fine. It doesn't matter how wide the adhesive is in that bottom bit. And then whenever we come to the sides, we want that to be the narrow bit. So if I just very edge. Okay, so I've put my red liner tape in place, and just to show you, this is how it's going to go as a pocket. So that's going to fit over there. The reason why we're talking about narrow red liner tape is because the stitched or the pierced piece is going to go in as the pocket, so you want to make sure that there's definitely enough room for that to be able to move in and not clash with the adhesive. So now I'm going to trim off the excess before I put them together as a pocket. Okay, so now all the red liner tape is in place and it's all as straight as I think I can get it, so I'm going to remove the release paper and put my pocket together. Okay, so that's all adhered together and we've got our lovely little pocket in the inside, so it's worked out very nicely. Okay, so now it just remains for us to add our tab to our mat. You can cut out multiple of these, you can do them in all sorts of different colours, it's up to you. Whenever you're working on it, it could work out that you find that you can fit more mats in your pocket. It's really up to you. We're just going to put some sticky on this. Okay, so that's stuck, and ta-da, we will put it in there, and there we go, there's our little pocket. Really easy, interactive thing, like I say, put a photo on there, put cinema tickets that you want to remember. It's a really, really nice kind of aide memoir of something lovely. The great thing about the rest of the die set, which obviously you'll have loads of time to play with on your own, is all of these extra little bits, so you can go through it. There's obviously the memories. I really like these little chevrons that you can use to decorate. We've got swirls and flowers and leaves and all kinds of things, and if you look at all the inspiration, you can see how easy it is to use everything to come together and make a perfect project. Okay, as always, there are step-by-steps to make all of the projects in the magazine. We've got the beautiful gift projects that have been put together by our brilliant kind of design team members. We've also got a masterclass on concertina cards that you can make without any templates, so it's really, really straightforward. And tone-on-tone stamping for those of you who are really worried about kind of getting inky fingers. It's a really, really lovely effect, and we've got a step-by-step guide from an expert, so there's just 100 pages packed with everything that you need to know about die cutting and papercraft this month. I hope you're as inspired as I was by the gorgeous gift that comes with issue 53. Don't miss out, pick up your copy today. You can get it at Craftstash, moremags.com. You can find it in major supermarkets, WH Smith's and independent craft stores. We'll see you next time.